It's me, Kaveri,
Kalpita, and Kalyani,
and we're the KT Musketeers.
Today we're gonna be making a very simple pizza using only the ingredients you find in your kitchen easily.
This recipe doesn't need cheese, yeast, butter, or oven.
Friends, did you know pizza traveled to space? And now for the fun question of the day. Do you know which is the first fast food restaurant to deliver a pizza to space? If you want to know the answer, watch till the end. And please do remember to like,
subscribe,
and hit that bell icon.
Also share. Half a cup of all-purpose flour or Maida, 4 tablespoons of fresh curd, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of oil, and also salt. Now we're going to make a dough out of it. First add the flour, then the baking powder, and the baking soda. So we're adding all the dry ingredients first, and make sure to wash your hands first. Then let's mix this all together. Then we'll add our salt. And mix it. Then after mixing all of this, add the oil. Then add your fresh curd. Now make a dough. Remember, take the flour from the sides. I've been kneading the dough for 10 to 12 minutes now. In the beginning, you don't add all the curd all together in the dough. Add it gradually, otherwise it will be too wet. And if you feel your dough is too wet or loose, you can add a few teaspoons of Maida also. So our dough has reached this consistency and it's ready. And now keep it in the bowl like this. Spread some oil on your hands and put it on the dough. Then cover it with a wet cloth. Leave it for 30 to 45 minutes. 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour or Maida, 1 tablespoon of oil, 1 cup of milk, and some salt. We're using the 240 ml cup for measurement. Now let's make the white sauce. So on low flame, first add the oil, and then add the all-purpose flour or Maida, and then stir it. So don't burn the oil or the flour while mixing it. Cook it on low flame for 2 to 3 minutes until the raw smell of the flour has gone. And remember to always keep it on low flame. Don't brown this or overcook it. And now we're going to pour the milk. Keep stirring it. Usually for white sauce, butter is used, but we know that some of you during lockdown you won't have butter, so that's why we're using oil today. Keep stirring it on low flame, and now we're going to add some salt. So it has reached this consistency, and now we're going to take it off. We immediately poured it into another bowl because if you keep it on the hot pan for too long, then the white sauce will thicken. Tomatoes, 1 onion, 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, 4 Kashmiri chilies, 1 tablespoon of oil, 7 to 8 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of sugar, salt, half a teaspoon of red chili flakes, half a teaspoon of basil, half a teaspoon of oregano, and half a cup of water. So now let's boil our tomatoes and onions. Make a cut on your tomato like a cross so that it's easier to peel after it's boiled. Then put your onions into the pan and also put your garlic. Then add your Kashmiri chilies. They give a great color to your sauce. Then add half a cup of water and cover it with the lid and let it boil. It has been cooking for 10 minutes on low to medium flame. And you can see that it's cooked really nicely, and now we're going to let it cool. So it has cooled down, and now we're going to remove the peels and the eyes of the tomatoes. Remove the peel, and now we're going to cut the eye. And now we're going to grind it in the mixer. So our tomato paste is ready, and now we're going to add the oil to our pan. Then add the tomato paste and add the salt. Keep stirring it. So we're going to keep stirring it, and we're going to cook this for 3 to 4 minutes on low to medium flame. Cooked it for 3 to 4 minutes. Now let's add the sugar. And after the sugar has melted, add the tomato ketchup and stir this really well. Keep cooking it till the oil has separated, and now crush the oregano and put it in. Then add the basil and the chili flakes. If you want to know how to make a very easy chili flakes, the link is in the description box below. And now you want to keep stirring this. Wow, it smells so good. Our pizza sauce is ready. You can use it right away if you want to, or you can store it in the fridge for 3 to 4 weeks in an airtight container. So these are our toppings. But as with cooking our pizza on a pan, our vegetables won't get cooked completely, so that's why we're sauteing them. So we have onion, capsicum, corn, and tomatoes. On a pan, add some oil, then onions, and stir this. Then put the capsicum and stir it again. And then put the corn and stir. After that, the tomatoes, and stir again. And add some salt and stir it, and our saute is ready.
So all the ingredients for the pizza are ready, and now we will assemble them.
The pizza dough, toppings, white sauce, pizza sauce, oregano, and homemade chili flakes. You'll also need some all-purpose flour or maida to roll out the pizza dough, and some oil to cook the pizza.
First we have to roll the dough. Put some flour. Take your dough. Take some more flour. And let's roll.
Make your pizza base the size of your pan. Now we have to make holes in our pizza base so it doesn't rise up like a cake. We're using a fork. Now we're going to on the pan and put some oil. put your pizza base on your pan, and we're going to let it cook for a few minutes, and then we're going to flip it over and add our toppings. We're going to flip it over. You can see it's slightly cooked and nice and brown. So now we're going to add our pizza sauce. Spread it around nicely and evenly. We're going to leave about 1 inch space off the edges for the crust. After spreading it, add the white sauce. Spread it evenly, and then the toppings. Then after that, some oregano and some chili flakes. This is homemade chili flakes. If you want to know how to make it, the link is in the description box below. Close it with the lid and cook it for about 5 to 6 minutes on low to medium flame. But do remember to check in between to see if it's cooked or not. Now let's check the pizza. And the bottom is nice and brown, so it means it's cooked and our pizza is ready. So now we're going to transfer it to a plate, and wow, it smells so good. And let's show you the bottom. You can see it's nice and brown, so that means it's cooked. Very nice. Let's cut it with a pizza cutter.
Delicious pizza is ready. And now let's eat it. Ooh. Wow.
Okay, good.
That's good. So good. It's very, very good. Now the answer to that fun question. It's Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut rocketed a pizza to astronaut Yuri Usachov at the International Space Station. And thank you for watching, and please do remember to like, subscribe and hit that bell. Also share. Bye!